Hello! Now, any map maker will know the frustration of not being able to control block placement in a map. So currently you can actually prevent mining with the mining fatigue potion effect, and what that does is basically prevents players from mining up a block. However, there's no way to prevent a player from placing them. So what I have for you today is just that, a way to prevent players from placing blocks down in areas that you don't want them to place blocks down. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to demonstrate I can place blocks here, fine and dandy, but I'm going to walk into the red zone, and the red zone, I can click, I can try, but I can't place blocks here. So I go out of the zone again, like that, go back into the zone, and no block placement allowed. So this is very nifty, and it is something that we've always needed for creating maps, and I'm going to show you how it works. That's right, it's slimes. So if you didn't know, you can actually edit slime size, so that's why I've got this humongous slime. This is a size 25 slime, and you'll notice that this guy has quite the large hitbox, and that's basically how this works. So when I go inside of him, because you can go inside of them, because of that massive hitbox, I can't place blocks at all. And if he's invisible, you won't be able to see him. But this sounds great, but there's actually a really big flaw to this system. And what that flaw is if I go into survival or adventure mode, I start taking this damage, and that's the slime that's damaging me. So I actually have some resistance and these knockback resistance boots on, but those won't last forever, and they're not necessarily ideal in all situations. So this is the big issue here. There doesn't seem to be a way to prevent slimes from damaging you. Mobs like zombies can actually be edited to have no strength behind their attacks, so they don't hurt you at all. But slimes seem to attack in a weird way that doesn't allow you to stop them from hurting you, and I can't think of any way to do it. So unfortunately for the time being, this is a little bit pointless, but what I'm hoping for is that in the future, with the attributes and stuff, I hope that there will be some way to prevent this slime from hurting you. And when that day comes, this will be really, really useful, as map makers really do need to be able to prevent people from placing blocks in certain areas. So this slime is actually riding on a zombie. And why is he doing that? Well, the initial idea was for the zombie to be let loose, and there's basically this floor underneath here, and the zombie would follow me around, and because the slime's riding on top, so would the slime. So basically what would happen is I'd basically have this slime force field. So wherever I walked, the slime would follow, and basically in the entire area I wouldn't be able to place blocks. Obviously that doesn't really work properly, as the damaging really kind of ruins it. So it's very frustrating because it's almost perfect, but just because that's really small tiny little detail, it doesn't work. So I'm hoping in the future something happens so that we can actually use this, but for the time being we'll just have to kind of shelf the idea. But I thought it was very cool and definitely worth showcasing for future reference.